What's up guys, my name is Royce Chamberlain. Over the past year, we filmed 26 different documentaries and YouTube videos, all using this camera. We're always filming something, we're always doing something, running around, whether it's San Francisco or Trump's tower or Trump's plane, we're always doing something, we're always filming. What do I use when I'm running around, have to be ready, the drop of a dime? This is my rig. It's very simple. I'm gonna go over all the different pieces for you. You know, it's something that I can just grab and go with. It's not super complex, it's not huge, it's not super heavy, but I still get incredible quality out of it. Mainly thanks to the camera and the lenses that I use, and then all the supporting pieces just help me. The camera that I use to film pretty much every video that I've done for Benny is the Canon C70. The Canon C70 is, I'd say, Canon's in between a DSLR, like a mirrorless camera, and their cinema camera. It has all the different bells and whistles like their C300 or C200 Mark IIIs, all the different ports, everything that you'll need, the incredible sensor in a smaller, more compact body, something you can grab with your hands and it's not just some box that you can't really hold without, you know, having a million different things on it. So I love it. It's small. It's something I can throw in a Pelican case really easily amongst other things, and I'm able to build around it and still keep a very small footprint. So that camera alone, the body itself will run you about $5,299. It's expensive. Not as expensive as the C300s, Canon's cinema line. Pretty much half the cost actually, but still not a consumer product, not really something that your everyday person's gonna pick up at Best Buy so they can start making YouTube videos. It's definitely more high-end and it fits the category that I need it to fit for what we film. We shoot everything in 4K 60 most of the time just because we don't know what we're gonna wanna slow down. Everything's very fast moving. It's not super organized. We're just kind of go, go, go and get what we get. So that's why we shoot that way. But this camera is capable of so much more. But that's the base of what I use to film with. Of course, this is the brains of the whole operation. This captures everything. So there's a million different things on it that I use. But you know, with a body that's almost $6,000, you want to protect it. So the next thing that I have on my list is a Tilta camera cage. This camera cage is not that expensive, actually. It's a very nice camera cage. It'll run you about $84.15. Why the extra 15 cents? I don't know. But it's there. Pretty much allows me to connect whatever I want all over the camera because I don't know how many different threaded holes there are that I could screw stuff into. But anyways, I can attach things like different mics, handles, side handles, top handles, anything I want. Different brackets and arms that I have, anything I want all over this cage while also protecting the camera at the same time. The next thing that I have that I probably use the most when it comes to accessories around the camera would be my Smallrig wooden side handle. It's incredibly comfortable. It's wood, so it's not super cold or rough on your hands. It's interchangeable. Right now I have it to be on the left side of the camera. All these little things unscrew, you can switch it around, and then all of a sudden this can be on the right side of your camera. It also has a couple threads on top, horseshoe mount, and a little Allen key that comes with it, so you can tighten it whenever you need it. This little guy, as small as it is, will run you about 80 bucks, but I'd say it's definitely worth it. It just fits perfectly, and couldn't film without it. The next most popular thing on my camera that I use, probably because it's these two things are the parts that I grab the most, I guess, would be my top handle. This is a Tilta as well. It's got the super sick emblem on the front. You know, I don't know what it is. It looks like a warrior helmet or something. It's pretty sick. But this as well is something that I use all the time to grip the top of the camera. It's got all these different threads on it as well, so I can attach whatever I want to it. A couple of horseshoe mounts, screws down on there pretty tight. And this is a must-have for, what was it? $67.15 actually makes this one of the most affordable pieces on my camera. And it's you know, it's solid metal, so gotta love it. So now, and in the rig, in the build, we have the camera built up with different accessories to allow me to grab it and maneuver it any way that I want to. We obviously have the camera body itself, but how do we capture audio? What I use personally is this little Rode Video Mic NTG. It's like their NTG line. If you know what that is, it's, you know, normally has an XLR port in the back, and they're made for boom mics. This is a small USB and 3.5 millimeter port version of that, built for vlogging. It's built to go on top of the camera. It has all these different settings. I might make a whole video about this one day. It's incredible. I can slide this right here and change my levels. You can lower the decibels by 20 and all these different things. Low cut filters, you know, just a couple buttons away. So that's really nice. This mounts right on top of my camera, and I mainly use this as a backup mic. How I capture audio on person is a little bit different, and I will probably tell you guys what that is in the end, even though it's not a part of the camera rig itself. But this is what I use on camera to capture audio. I love it. This right here will run you about $238.70. 70 cents. But I love it. I've been using this for a little over a year now. It's never steered me wrong. It's always done me good. And honestly, it sounds really well. We've been able, in a pinch, when something malfunctioned on our person, switch to this, and sometimes you don't even notice. The next key component to our camera, right? We have the camera itself, a cage around it, a couple of handles, a mic on it. But what are we looking at? We need a lens on our camera. And the lens that I have on this camera, I'm not even gonna say 99% of the time, because it's 100% of the time. I have the Canon 24-70. It's an aperture of 2.8. This is just a workhorse of a lens. It's so versatile with the wider 24 millimeter all the way to the pretty tight 70 millimeter. I'm pretty much able to do anything that I want with this in any situation. I have other lenses. The one I'm filming on right now is an 18-35, and then I have a 70-200, but I don't always travel with those. Sometimes we have to travel light, and this is the best in between. It is my favorite lens of all time, and it pretty much lives on this camera when we are out filming. So I love it. It will run you on B&H as of right now, $1,899, but 0 cents. Steal! I actually have 2 of these. One of them, the aperture is broken on it, so this is my second, and I'd buy 5 more if I could. They're just the absolute best. I couldn't film without it. That's for sure. So we've pretty much covered the whole rig, everything that I have on my camera. I just wanted to show you guys what I use when I'm filming all these products. We have the camera itself, we have the cage, we have the different side pieces, we have the mic, we have the lens. But I mentioned to you, and this will be a bonus piece, right, to my rig, because I use it every time I use my rig, or when I'm filming with Benny or whoever else I'm filming with. I like to lav them up. Now, the lav that I use isn't one of those Rode wireless lavs, which actually I have one. It's not one of those wireless ones. I've had issues with those, breaking connection, and then it's just an unusable piece. I haven't had a solid experience. I like to have something that it's recording directly on person that we can then sync up in post. Sorry, Avery, my brother editor, who always has to sync up the audio, but it's just safer in every single way. So no, it doesn't go on the camera. It doesn't even send a signal to the camera or connect to the camera in any way, but I have to have this with my rig, or I'm not getting audio the way I like to get audio. And why this thing is so special, I have a sticker on it because it's my second one. Why this thing is so special, it's the Zoom F2. This is actually the Bluetooth version, so I can start and stop it from my phone, check the levels. But I never have to check the levels because it records directly into this tiny little microscopic device. It records a 32-bit float. Now, if you don't know what 32-bit float is, let me try to give an example that's palatable for the average Joe. No matter how loud you get or how quiet you get in 32-bit float, it can be completely restored. And not only restored, it just captures it to such a wide band of clarity that you can just add a limiter on it, compressor, and bring all those different levels to the same point, and it sounds beautiful no matter what. When I throw this on my subject, I plug in the lav, clip it on them, hit record, and forget about it. I don't have to set levels. I don't have to check anything. I hit record, I set it to hold so they don't hit anything. They don't hit any of the buttons in their pocket. I set it to hold, throw it in their pocket, and I know for a fact that it is recording and the audio will be perfect no matter what. I've never had issues. Don't foresee ever having issues. This sucker is one of my favorites, and it'll run you about $299.99 because $300 is too complicated, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, this thing is incredible. I absolutely love it. As of now, I know people who use, say you got to use this lav mic. It works incredible with this, or it makes it sound so much better. I just use the one that came with it. Sounds great to me. So I stick with that. I might experience in the future. Maybe I'll make a video about it, comparing the different sounds. I don't think anybody will really notice unless you're like real deep into this stuff, and you can be, and I do sometimes hear the difference, but nobody on a YouTube video will ever. So that's my little bonus piece. Now, you might be wondering, you might be crunching the numbers in your head as you watch this video. The total cost for all this, and I'll include the price of the Zoom F2, is $7,966.99. It's a hefty price tag. It's a lot of money for someone to spend, but for what I do, this camera, everything that I have on it is necessary. I can't say I paid for all of it myself. Work pays for a little bit of it, but I use it, and I've become very close with it. Me and my camera and my rig are best friends. That's pretty much it. So if you ever see this guy running around with this thing, you know what it is now. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more videos like this, if you want to learn more about the Zoom F2, or maybe you want to learn more about the Video Mic NTG or the camera itself, you want to go deep into, leave a comment below. Let me know, what do you guys want to know about my equipment. I'll probably show you what's in my camera case one day as well, what lights I use, how the wall behind me is blue. I don't have a little bar, I don't want to show you that. I'll tell you what it is maybe one day, but leave a comment, let me know. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you to everybody for watching. Catch you on the next video.